Hi there, here's Frederick from SaberTec, and in this video I'm going to show you some of the rather exotic effects that are possible to create with our golden harvest board. Let's first enter the easy mode and have a look at the different effects I prepared. And yeah, just to mention that in this video I'm going only to show you the effects. In another tutorial video I'm going to show you how to create such effects on your own. So this video is going only to be a demonstration. So I prepared some effects. The first effect I want to show you is a color transition effect between a red plate and a green plate. And this is called color transition example red minus green in the effect font database. So let's select that. And you just saw we start with a red plate that slightly gets a kind of orange yellow before it gets green. So this color transition effect is an effect that can model a transition between a Sith and a Jedi, for example. And you can also adjust the speed of this color transition to happen. And by that you can model, for example, being a Sith at the beginning of a lightsaber duel, and then 10 minutes later you'll slightly start to become a Jedi by turning from the dark side to the light side. So yeah, that's quite epic. You can do anything you want with such color transition effects. And yeah, it's only an example. You can literally invent your own color transition effects as well as all other effects. So the next effect I want to show you is also a color transition effect, but this time a blue Arctic blue transition. That is a rather subtle transition, at least in comparison to the red-green transition here. So let's have a look here. We start with a strong blue plate, and then it gets more intense, even brighter, until a Arctic blue color is reached, and then after that it becomes slightly blue again. So this would be another example for a color transition effect. But just remember, everything you can imagine is possible. I'm sure you can invent effects on your own that we ourselves wouldn't have expected. So you can create effects that we didn't know so far. The next effect I want to show you is our HyperPulse effect. It's called, the respective effect font is called HyperPulse example red, and the HyperPulse effect, the HyperPulse effect is a pulse effect, is a variation of a pulse effect where the speed of the pulse effect changes periodically over time. And the speed of this transition can itself be adjusted, so you could change the speed of this transition as well. So this effect is also fully customizable. This is also only a very limited example. And here you see in this brightness diagram, the blue curve is the accent LED, which is also enabled here with a slow pulse effect. But here you see we've got a fast pulse, a red pulse here, and then it starts to get slower and slower before it then increases its speed again. And yeah, that's it, the HyperPulse effect. The next effect I'm going to show you is the so-called ÜberPulse effect. It's quite similar to the HyperPulse, but different in another way. The ÜberPulse effect concerns the intensity of the pulse effect, which now varies over time. Yeah, you see, not the speed varies over time, but for the ÜberPulse effect, the intensity varies over time. You just saw here we had a phase, a short phase where no pulse was there at all, sorry. And then the pulse gets stronger and stronger before it fades out slowly again. And also for the ÜberPulse effect, every parameter that defines the behavior of this effect is fully customizable. such as the speed of this effect, for example, or the maximum intensity of the pulse effect and the minimum intensity of the pulse effect, which is only 0 in this example, as also this example is very limited. So the last effect I want to show you, because I don't want this video to become too long, is the so-called PhaseFlicker effect. The respective effect font is this one, PhaseFlicker example, red. Just select it. So here we've got a flickering red plate that slowly starts to get rid of the flicker effect and enters a more stable phase before the plate becomes unstable again. With the PhaseFlicker effect, you can nicely model plates that undergo different phases, such as a stable phase on the one hand, or an unstable phase on the other hand. As for all the other effects, everything is customizable here, such as the speed of this transition effect. That means you could adjust it that this PhaseFlicker transition occurs at a time range of 10 minutes, for example, so that in the beginning of your lightsaber duel you could have a strong, stable red plate, and at the end your plate becomes unstable, more unstable and more unstable, and this could be modeled by a flickering that gets stronger and stronger over time. So yeah, I think you just saw, you got a good impression of what's possible and which exotic effects are even possible with our effect engine. And yeah, the last thing I want to mention here is just unleash your creativity and play a bit with our configurator and share your effect fonts, because we're really excited to see what you'll create. So yeah, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you then next time. Bye!